Hello, YouTube and X. It's your main man, BTM here, bringing you back to the BTM Crypto News Network. So thanks for joining. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And this is a Kaspa video. And as you might notice or have seen, Kaspa is slowly but surely getting back into the crypto main adoption. So let me know what you guys think about that. Turning on the screen share, I found this guy that's running a full on 24-hour a day monitoring. So you see he's got the Caspa in the bottom window, Bitcoin in the top window, uh, the Caspalytics, and then a node running. And I don't know how he put what is this? The Kaspa FYI there. So big shout out to him. This guy's name is uh Ha- Hong Hong actually. But it's pretty cool. He has pretty much everything you need to know, right? It's got it right there and it's running. See if we can get it bigger. And it runs, which is kind of crazy. But as a backdrop, I think this is pretty awesome. So let's freaking go. But yeah, as I mentioned, the adoption for Caspa is slowly but surely becoming more and more prevalent. And people are starting to consider Caspa as not just a blockchain, but a form of revenue. So let me know what you guys think about that as well. And I wish I had more to talk about before we go to the X, because it'd be cool just to run this in the background. But let's go to X and see what's going on today. I guess we can come back to this later. So currently on X, and I hate that it blackouts like that every time. But let me know what you guys think. We'll have a Zibek video later, but this is Caspa. So what Caspa needs is a stable coin, hoping we can get some in 6 months' time. Caspa Daily saying Treasure has officially acknowledged the growing demand for Caspa support, uh, recognizing the strong interest from its user base. However, the company stated that Caspa is not currently on its roadmap as their development team is focused on other high priority tasks. Hi. We see the high interest in Caspa, but at the moment we don't have it on the roadmap as we work on higher priority projects. Thanks for your feedback. We'll share it with our development team. So this is Caspa. Dear Caspa friends and esteemed Caspa investors, that would be us. Uh, 10 BPS hashtag in our posts. Let's use the 10 BPS hashtag in our post. Uh, and shares the highlight Caspa speed and power. Interesting. Um, this is if you keep study Caspa and don't rush with investing your money, I promise you will one day make it. How do I know? All my friends who work on different businesses made it. Don't quit your job. Actual, you need actually to get another job to earn more. When the God choice hour strikes, you will have enough experience to find out where to invest. Don't rush. Step by step, learn and don't make early investments. My first 3 years, I lost tons of money because I didn't listen to my intuition. Now, with more than 2 years, Wait, now for more than 2 years, I've never lost a penny. P.S. Pictures have nothing to do with post. Picture is from my followers who invested in KAS. Okay, that's weird. So what'd you put the picture up there for? But anyway, keeping it moving. Coin market cap, most bullish sentiment, Kaspa. Number 2 under Poly. Looks like bullish is 90.1%. Chib is 89, Stellar's 89, Cardano's 86, Putty Penguin is 86, ICP 86, XRP 86, Bunk 85, and Ondo 85. So this is Casper reaches, if Casper reaches the 0.09, almost 20 million worth of shorts positions on Mexi alone will be liquidated. That potential fuel for a sharp squeeze if price continues to climb. So that will be interesting if the price does climb and it does short squeeze. Let me know what you think. And this is more bullish sentiment. So Gala's at 95, up 7%. Caster's at 93, up 4%. Algo, 93.3, up 6%. ICP, 92.6. Who is looking at ICP, actually? Up 6%. Cardano, 92%, up 4%. XRP, 91, up 3%. Dodge, 91, up 5%. Ondo, up 98.8, up 5%. SHIB 90.8, up 4%. And BitTinger 90 bullish, 90.7 bullish, up 9%. That's all I got. And the BitTinder when it was cheaper. But forget about it now, bro. I'm not looking to invest in anything over $5, right? I'm trying to ride it up. Maybe Bitcoin, maybe Ethereum. But outside of Bitcoin and Ethereum, I'm not trying to invest in anything over $5, right? It doesn't even make sense. Got to do the math. Make it make sense, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. To all the Caspians, Kaspa accepted here, Belgian, Delhi, and the Philippines. Business detail below. Accept cash as payment for your business services and give Cashway POS a trial run. So we need to check out this guy actually. Forget fiat. Do it Cashway. Enjoy streamless cross-border store management using your team-based approach to accepting payments in cash, all with flat rate fees of 0.25 cash, with funds go your wallet directly. Funds go to your wallet directly, permissionless. Okay, Cashway. Let me know if you guys even knew about Cashway. So this is a quick video about the Belgian deli in the Philippines. So the next time I'm in the Philippines, I'm gonna stop to the I'm gonna stop through the Belgian deli and probably get a drink. And I know with my CASP, I can always be able to buy something. Even if I was broke, I could still pull up my CASP wallet and get a couple of drinks. That's pretty cool. Maybe get something to eat. Either way, I think that's a pretty cool uh, business. Future KZK Design empowers development teams to create numerous ZK-based layer 2 solutions. Each layer 2 can operate with distinct virtual machines and programming language while maintaining streamless interoperability between them. Along with Bitcoin grade security, KAS can position itself as a interoperable titan capable of attracting developers from across cryptocurrency ecosystems regardless of their speciality. The whole motivation for atomic cosmobility is to provide the user with flat experience of ZK dApps interacting without restrictions. So while there will be various ZK VM infrastructure and power networks behind the scenes, so to speak, the design and user experience will be flat. That's actually cool. If CAS is not reaching $10 by August, hey, $10 by 15, $10 by 15. I guess that's August 15th. I will give away booking in my house in Thailand absolutely free for 2 weeks, breakfast included. This is how you believe in Kaspa. Remember, guys, this is Kaspa's first bull run. The sky is the limit for the new layer one. So if you think it's going to hit $10 though by August, I guess it's August 15th, bro. You better start setting the bookings up and start get the cleaning. I don't think it's going to do $15 by August, bro. So I don't know. Profile update. They're doing prediction markets on CAS. Give them a follow. This is, I think this is Profile. Prediction markets. Here's a big picture. Revenue sharing potential on CAS. Poly market has processed 15.2 billion in life volume with daily averages around 40 mil won. Something. Kalash, regulated U.S. platform, recorded 1.9 billion total volume in 2024, generating about 24 mil in revenue. Here's the profile opportunity. Even 1% cash monthly volume, 13 million would equal about 130 a month. With 10% revenue and share model, that would mean 30K a month flowing back into the community. Interesting. I'm not going to read all that, but it'll be on my X feed and you can check it out. Powered by Cash. I'm not even 100% sure what this Pro-Fi is, Probify, but we'll look into that as well. Kaspa Finance, KFC, a new integration live on Cash Keeper. You can now use your favorite Cash native wallet directly on Cast5. Connect, earn, explore. What is this Cast5? Bro, Caspa's coming up with something new every 5 minutes, man. There's an endless stream of new products, new projects, new designs. These guys are working their butts off. I guess we can delve into that later on. So this is Conan a Kaspa, the top dog on Kaspa. Let's see here. Unboxing and stuff. Let's go. KJI, let's go. Shout out to the Caspians joining the live stream. We invite everyone to join our community Telegram. Let's help each other form new connections and build a brighter future together. Fair and transparent, 100% fair launch, no pump and dump schemes, fully minted last year, no pre-sales, no insider trading. A full relaunch of the dedicated team and a adaptive system that responds to crypto market conditions. Talented animators and sound engineers already on board. Fresh roadmap available on relaunch website. Brand new short and long form videos. What? Brand new website. It's at the front door. Shout out to Conan a Caspa. I think that was a Telegram link I clicked on, actually. No, is that Telegram? Well, that's the Telegram. So where's the new web? Oh, wow, it is a new website. Market cap back to close to 1 million. Uh, revealing the Canaan innovations. Updated new Conan website, which includes an educational topic of Caspa Network, launch of Conan, launch of Solana Bridge, beginning the donations to support the dog. And okay, that's new to me. Even I didn't know this was going on. I might have to do a Conan and Caspa update video. So let me know what you guys think about that. Need to reach out to these guys to see what's going on with the new launch. So keeping it moving, Kaspa Galaxy mission. Trilemma is dead. Long live Kaspa. Let's upvote and spread the KAS. Welcome to Kaspa Rebellion. No VC seed rounds, no fake decentralized, no slow booming blocks, just raw cryptographic power with the community builders and no bag dumpers. Kaspa doesn't beg for attention, it commands it. Okay, it's commanding it. It's weird. All this stuff is migrating over to Reddit, right? There's no one on Reddit, and these guys are like, we don't want any YouTubers. I was like, okay, okay. So this is Gate.io added 34 mil won cash. Let's go Gate.io. BitGet added 5.9. And there's another. Let's call to DCA on Zale. The clock is ticking. They're in one. I can't do the songs because they hit you with these copyrights. So we can just look at the video, and we're definitely waiting for the Zealous swap to go live. So we'll continue to pump the KRC20 tokens. Let me know what you guys think about that as well. So most of this is mixed in XRP and Zebek. So I'm trying to see if there is another Kaspa announcement mixed in here with Turbo as well. I was posting like crazy yesterday, so I kind of got out of order. Here's Chuck Norris is bullish on KAS. Chuck Norris mines Kaspa with a pen and paper. That's hilarious. Yeah, I guess most of these are Turbo and Zealot swap or Zebek. I'm tripping. So we'll move forward. This is that finance. So on the crypto bubbles, if the bubbles ever come up. So this is the crypto bubble. Let me see here. Start doing something in the background. So Putty Penguin is up 31.7. A lot of green. Actually, everything's green today. That's weird. Firecoin's up 12.3. Mog's up 22.3. Gala's up 20.7. Bonk's up 13. BTM Crypto News, what up, Silver Days? You're right. I need to start doing some XRP videos. I just wish I had some more time. Snake is up 15.8 and just up 7.2. Baby Dodge up 6.3. Is it Nero? Nero is up 15.3. Virtual is up 14.9. AIXBT's up 8.4. ICP is up 6. Caspa. Sorry about that, ladies and gentlemen. Caspa is up 3.5 to 0.8 or 8 cents. Smash the like and subscribe. Thank you, Silver Days. Pepe's up 12.8. Peanuts up 23.8. Brett's up 17. Turbo is up 8.8. Spectrum's up 12. Toshi's up 12. Moodang's up 15. Dogwood Hat's up 16. AIZ 16 is up 15.5. Border is up 14.5. Ethereum is up for the second day in a row. I think Ethereum's going to push over that 3,000 mark. It is up 7.5. That goes up 6.4. Sui's up 14. Swarms is up 16. HBAR is up 6.9. Pepe's up 12.5. Slime's up 3.5. Gala's up 7.2. XCN is up 3.6. FET is up 6.3. And we'll look at the Kaspa FYI. Kaspa FYI says we're up 2.2 to 8 cents. 80.8 mil won 24-hour trading volume. CPS is 8.5. BPS is 10. Hash rate's coming back up to 74 petahash. It was at the Ether hash, but it's been down for some time under that Ether hash ranking. So I don't know what's happening there. I suspect at some point it'll get back over the Ether hash. Percent mine 92.09. Next reduction 25 days to 462. Are the reductions going down or up? Seems like they're going up. I don't know. We'll look at this is the Kaspa top addresses. So last 24 hours we added 24 crabs. I guess this is 1 hour. For octopus we lost 22. Fish we added 40. Dolphins we added 1. And we lost a shark, lost a whale. Aw, snaps. But added a humpback. I wonder if this guy went from a whale to a humpback. Last hour we added 3 crabs, lost 3 octopus, lost 3 fish, no change with dolphin, and added 2 sharks. And no change from whale, humpback, and the Aquaman. And the Aquaman continues to hang tight with 3% of the total supply of Kaspa, which is amazing. They're still holding on to that 3%. So this is the Binance address, which apparently didn't change. Usually they buy on Tuesdays and Thursdays, and I didn't catch no buys this week. Have a look at the changes. Bybit added 2.8 mil won Kaspa. This guy added 92,000. BitGet lost 1.6 mil won. This guy added 86,000. This guy added 1.6 million. Gate.io added 32.3 million. Guy lost 3.6 million. This guy added 3.8. Just checking here. No major exchange here. Kraken. I always say Kraken. Lost 725,000. Now let's check the tokens real quick. So this is the KRC20. Dang it. BTCAS lost 15%. Zales up 8%. RKBTC. Why is there so much BTC on Kaspa? Is up 11. Nacho's up 11. Kango is up 2. Top gainers is Kochi, I guess. 58%. Sticks up 14. Sticks been pretty consistent lately. Kiki is up 12%. Nacho is up 11%, and Casper is up 10%. So top dog, the top is still Zale up 8% to 22.9 mil won. TPKAS is down 1% to 12 million. Nacho's battling back at 11% to 8.2. Kango is up 2% to 3.8 million. Caspi's up 5% to 2.2 million. Casper's up 10% to 1.5. Bert is up 1.1% to 1.4 million. Conan, sorry. The top dog on Kaspa is down 2% to 973,000. But with the rebrand, I'm anxious to see how that plays out, right? Canaan again is the top dog on Casper. Somebody said something about dog. K, bro, kick rocks. For real. Keep it moving, brother. You can clearly see Conan is the top dog on Caspa. Goat is down 2% to 749. Kiki is up 12 to 562. KAS BTC is unchanged. And I don't even see Heroes here. I don't even see what was the other one? Yeah, I don't even see Dog K on here. I don't know. But we'll keep it moving. This is Coin Market Cap. Actually, let's come back to Coin Market Cap. So I want to look at those reviews or postings. So this is where are we? If this ever loads, maybe I got too many windows open. Let me double check something. Close some windows down before we spaz out. Hmm, double checking this email before I close out the email. Okay, so Live Coin Watch says Caspa's up 0.63%, 3.5 on the day, 4.4 on the week, down 7.5 on the month. Last 90 days up 9.5 for the year. We're still down 51%. But it's only a matter of time. I think with the shakeup they recently had, I think they're going to get back on track sooner than we think. So this is Kaspa. Uh-oh, Germany took over at the top company again. Country at 29.1%. Distribution score is 86. Node density is 7. Most dense is Europe. 25 countries, and geographic coverage is 12.8 of the world currently. So this is, wait a minute, somebody must have turned their nodes off because the US had 54 at 27.4. Now we're at 49. What is that? 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 56. Should have just calculated. 6 nodes are down. Germany's back on top with 51. Maybe they'll get their nodes back on. So that is that for Kaspi or the Kaspa nodes. This is Kaspa, and this is why do I always be bringing up market cap? This is the spot. Going back to the 5-minute chart. 5-minute chart showing flat. RSI is up to 62.2. RSI base moving average is 63.5. We're building volume on the MACD. Moving over to the 45-minute chart. Looks like we pushed up past the 0.8. And it's coming back down. RSI base moving average is down to 53. RSI is 57. I had a MACD cross and we're losing volume on the 45-minute. On the hour, looks like we're losing volume on the MACD cross. RSI is trending up to 60.2. And RSI base moving average is 57. Might be pulling back into the oversold territory. But looking at the 4-hour chart, looks like it's been up and down. This was the previous bounce to 10. You see where we came down, and it's coming down for us to pick it up all the way down to 6 cents. And looks like it's fighting the resistance at 0.8 or 8 cents. Our side's coming back up, and we're building volume on the 4-hour chart. And we'll look at the day chart real quick. Looks like we've been up for the last couple days. RSI is up. the 55.1. RSI base moving average is 48. And we're building volume. Why is this looking so weird? We're building volume. Had a MACD cross and volume up for the last 3 days. Although with the tariffs being put on hold, I think the volume's building into the next tariff announcement. So we'll see how that goes. So this is CoinMarketCap. CoinMarketCap says up 3%. Market cap is 2.1 billion, up 3%. 24-hour trading volume is 89.1, up 17%. See what they're saying. Everything is rising, but Kaspa is left behind again. Market cap only 41. Shining with 6% last 24 hours surge. Kaspa Commons built a block DAG, not a blockchain. Think faster blocks, instant confirmation. If you got into Kaspa this year, you would have done better. Just buy and hold Bitcoin. Kaspa ecosystem. What is this? The Ingrid Labs, the Kasplex, the Kaspa II, the Sparkle, and I think that is on the Kaspa site. The best project. See you guys at the bottom. Always the futters. So let's see what the analysis says here. TLRD, Kaspa 3.5, 24-hour price gain reflects technical momentum and altcoin rotation despite mixed sentiment about its near-term trajectory. Technical breakout above key moving averages. Altcoin rotation as Bitcoin dominates dips slightly. Speculative positioning ahead of potential resistance test. The deep dive, the technical context. Kaspa cleared its 7-day SMA 0.07 and 30-day SMA at 0.075 with bullish MACD diversion histogram positive 0012, the RSI 14 at 55, signaling room for upside. The price now tests the 23.6 Fibonacci at 8 cents from its June swing high at 9 cents. Volume confirmation, 24-hour trading volume rose 14.5 to 87.3, supporting the breakout. Liquidity zones, recent higher lows suggest accumulation near the 0.79 and 0.81. Market dynamics, altcoins gain trajectory as Bitcoin dominance slipped 0.27 to 63.9 over 24 hours. Kaspa's 3.5% gain outpaced the broader crypto market at 3.8 rise, suggesting coin-specific interest. Sector rotation 17% weekly jump in altcoin index. Derivative activities raising open interest in KAS. Perpetuals 47% in 24 hours, hint at speculative flows. Conclusion. Kaspa move combines technical momentum with shifting capital into mid-cap alts, though its 24-hour turnover ratio of 4% signals thinner liquidity than top 50 coins. Can sustained volume help its challenge with the 0.84 fib level? Good question. But I guess that's all the analysis we got today. So let's check out a video or two. So this is your main man, your crypto crew. Let's see what he has to say.
bull market or a much longer, much more sustained bull market? Because if we get the much longer, much more sustained bull market, then I think we can go to like 250, 300,000, much higher. So it's all a function of time.
What's up, crypto crew, and welcome back. Or if this is your first time, I'm Captain Crypto Mite, actively escaping the matrix, scoping out the crypto oceans. If you like your odds, get on the boat, stay up to date, thumbs up, and join the hunt.
Into the boat!
Crypto crew, we're in July of 2025, and as of the making of this recording, still no big movements or signs the next leg of the bull run has kicked off. And to be honest, no one knows anything really.
Rule number one of crypto: nobody has a crystal ball. And that
No
means
one,
nobody. Trump doesn't, Sailor doesn't, nobody has one,
No
right?
one. That's right, Wolfie. And that's the crypto ocean for you. Now, today we will hear an interesting perspective on this next leg of the 2025 bull run from a crypto vet using history and fundamentals paired with a simple yet seemingly logical breakdown. Stay tuned, crypto.
So the crypto breakdown is coming, and these guys are thinking the bull run is starting. Let me know what you guys think. You think we're in bull territory, or is it coming up?
Crew.
Trillion-dollar infrastructure, locked away from ordinary investors. Until now, tokenization changes everything. Think Kaspa.
Prove all things, hold fast that which is good. Now, before we start, crypto crew, always remember to keep your crypto investments safe. Practicing self-custody is key, especially during the 2025 bull run. In my personal opinion, the Tangem wallet is your best option. Plug and play, easy to use, and the most affordable cold storage out there. So if you wish to order your Tangem wallet today, you can get 10% off using code CryptoCrew. Check out the link in the description box below. Thanks so much for your consideration and support in advance, and may the Lord Jesus Christ bless you all.
10 blocks per second means real-time settlement. Real-time settlement means real-time business. Welcome to instant commerce. Think Kaspa.
Rand Neuner, better known as the founder of Crypto Banter, one of the biggest crypto channels here on YouTube, was a successful entrepreneur before he got involved in crypto. Rand has gained the experience from previous bull cycles, and during the previous bear market when Kaspa was one of the best performers, Rand Neuner gave credit where credit was due.
Kaspa, which actually means silver, by the way, Kaspa is supposed to be money. It's proof of work money because it's very, very, very fast transactions. And I'm going to be honest here, and I know that the maxis are going to hate me for it, but I would say that since the launch of Bitcoin, Kaspa is the most impressive piece of technology that I've actually seen, to be honest. One of their founders is someone who is, I mean, people think that he may have been related to Satoshi. I'm not going to go down any conspiracy theories, but suffice to say, this is one of the smartest guys in blockchain ever. And this is one of the smartest pieces of technology in blockchain ever. This is a coin with amazing, amazing, amazing technology, and probably the most powerful community that I have seen in crypto ever. I don't think there's a more powerful community than of course, the Bitcoin community, but I don't think that there's a more loyal, more strong a community in crypto. These guys are diamond hands. These guys are full believers. They believe in the technology. And I mean, the tech's good. Now, the founder of this chain is a guy called Jonathan Sompolinsky. And this guy's really smart. The technology is very, 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 very good. Here we go. It says, it was an Ethereum paper. It said, why is his work is referenced in the Ethereum white paper, a clear sign that he was crafting crypto concepts from the start. He could have been an early architect too. So you can see that he was actually cited in the Ethereum white paper. So he's an OG and he's been here for a while. And as I say, this is, for me, one of the most powerful communities in crypto. You can't fade Kaspa.
As of recently, we haven't heard any coverage on Kaspa coming from Crypto Banter, but I personally believe once the bull run hits its next leg, Kaspa will have its moment, and more content creators that may include Crypto Banter will pick up on Kaspa. That doesn't mean whatever Rand says or doesn't say goes, but just because you can't see the desired gains right now, Crypto Crew, doesn't mean you should lose faith in your investments.
Kaspa is built different from the rest of crypto. Scalability, speed, security, decentralization define this project. This is one of the few proof of work coins in the space today, besides Bitcoin and Litecoin. And this is significant because pretty much every coin created today is proof of stake. The community, the momentum behind this project is noticeable. I think Kaspa is about to surprise a lot of people in this upcoming bull market.
Altcoin Daily, who still engages with the Kaspa community on X, but hasn't covered Kaspa himself for a while now, had Rand Neuner over for an interview just recently where he shared an interesting take on this current bull cycle. Listen in, Crypto Crew.
So where are we today with this crypto bull run? Are we more towards the end? Is it almost over, or are we in the middle?
I think that up until now, people have spoken about crypto in 4-year cycles. To be more specific, we've had 3 of these 4-year cycles. And people were talking about whether this is a 4-year cycle. And I want to quickly just share a chart with you quickly. So this is, can you see my screen?
Yes.
Okay, so that's the Bitcoin chart. I'm going to quickly just put it onto a weekly time frame so it compacts beautifully. Okay, this chart, let me just open another chart that takes us a little bit further back. I think this one will take us a little bit further back. So these are the 3 cycles. That's the first cycle. It's a 2017 cycle. You can see that basically this cycle went all the way and it topped around the 18th of December, the 11th of December. That was the first cycle. The second cycle kind of topped more or less around the 8th of November. You can see it over there. That's the 2021 cycle. And the third of the 4-year cycles is the one that we're in now. And if you look at the cycle, what you can see is it looks in shape very similar to the one before, right? So you can see we had like a top over here. This top was in December. This top was a little bit later. I think it was in April. Then we dipped as we dipped over here. And now we're climbing up. And this pattern looks awfully familiar. If this plays out like this thing over here played out, we could actually top as soon as November this year if it plays out more or less like that. So going by history, you'd kind of say that we could be close to the most aggressive part of the bull market, the part that actually takes us to the top. And I hate saying this because I know that every time people say this time is different, it never is different. But I'd like to hope that this time is different and that we're going to have a much longer, much more sustained bull market. But for now, my base case is, look, I'm preparing myself for a very vicious run between now and November.
Crypto Crew, this is why I keep stating now is the time to study and research. And if there was a time to invest before the bull run's next leg kicks off, it will be now. Not financial advice, of course. In the next segment, Rand talks about spotting the tops to exit, which is the hardest part of this all. Then he talks about 2 scenarios, which, spoiler alert, both are favorable for Kaspa.
Market tops are pretty simple to spot. Once you have a trained eye, you get retail people coming in, YouTube numbers start going up, altcoins start running much faster than Bitcoin. People take more altcoin leverage than they do Bitcoin leverage. There's a ratio of altcoin leverage to Bitcoin leverage. But when the altcoin leverage ratio gets equal or bigger to the Bitcoin leverage ratio, you know that there's a lot of froth in the market. And so I'm preparing myself for a very aggressive end of year. If it doesn't come, actually, it's a good thing because that means we may be in a much longer, much more sustained bull market. If it does come, then the idea is to ride the wave and to just be able to identify the top signals. And when you see those top signals, to actually be able to exit, because that's the hardest part.
Let's just play out both scenarios. Let's say it does come. Bitcoin today is just over $100,000. You know, if we have this aggressive next 3-4 months, maybe that takes Bitcoin to 150, 180, under 200, something like that. Would that be the bull case for Bitcoin?
In the short term, my number is a little bit higher. Mine's around 200, 250,000. And that, you know, if we get into the aggressive bull market, 200 to 250,000, kind of see that happening before the end of the year if we get the aggressive bull market. Yes, I think that's the bull case for Bitcoin. This cycle, if we have a short cycle that's relatively aggressive. Let me give you some perspective. If we're talking about a top in November, we're talking about 130 days from now. Just like imagine that you have 130 days left in this bull market, and that's how aggressive the runs are if we follow the 4-year cycle. As I said to you, I'm secretly hoping but that's not the case. I'm willing to give up a more aggressive bull market or a much longer, much more sustained bull market. Because if we get the much longer, much more sustained bull market, then I think we can go to like 250, 300,000, much higher. So it's all a function of time.
Shout out to Crypto Banter and Altcoin Daily. I like Rand Neuner's perspective because it means you can relax as long as you put faith in this process. I personally believe the next phase of the bull run hasn't started yet at the making of this recording, and that means more precious time for the Kaspa dev team and the distinct projects on Kaspa to roll out their respective projects. The vast majority on the crypto ocean has failed to stay relevant and or has died already. There's only one chance to make a great first impression. Since Kaspa is building something revolutionary, taking time to develop correctly before launch is much better and sustainable. Cut out the noise and the lack of price action in the short term. And if you hold Kaspa, Crypto Crew, understand the value you possess.
Neolithic tools served basic functions. Ethereum serves basic functions, both primitive by modern standards. Evolution continues. Think Kaspa.
Prove all things, hold fast that which is good.
Stick around.
Fix your mind.
So shout out to Crypto Crew. Let's see what Bitcoin Hoodie has to say, and then we'll shut it down.
Back here with another Kaspa video. So is altcoin season upon us? Well, it's going to take some more time, but right now it feels good because some of the alts are gaining. Bitcoin just pulled back from hitting a new all-time high right there. Some altcoins are making some good progress, but we need to see the market dominance fall further down. It got close to 66%, basically 66%. But you can see in November, after the election, we had 61% Bitcoin market dominance. It fell down to 55 in December, and it looked like there could have been, and that was like a little mini altcoin season, but then it kept trudging up, and then you can see at 65%, it did go back down to 62. So we're going to need a pretty big dipperooski here before we really can see it confirmed. Last time altcoin season really hit, it went from 70% to 40% in November, and by April, so in about 4 or 5 months, it fell down pretty good. So we'll have to wait and see. It's nice though to see some alts gaining some traction. Hopefully, Kaspa gets the hash rate going back up. I guess miners are just going offline, not as profitable. But if the price goes up, then hopefully that should help. And then you got things like Cassia and stuff being built, and if that can help bring up some of the transaction fees, maybe we'll see the hash rate pushing back up. But you can see the last month it's been from 900 petahash, just kind of slowly going down. Caspa to the moon. Jason, thanks for tuning in. What up? Perfect timing. Just clocked out. Nice. That means you just hit the best part of your day. And yep. So we just need to see, Caspa dominance the last week's up 3.85%. So really, that's what we'd like to see is Caspa's market dominance increase, outperform the market when altcoin season hits. So we just need a little more time to confirm if Bitcoin is really the market dominance is going to fall. It's a little too early to tell, but it's starting to dip back, and Bitcoin can go into price discovery, and altcoins can still gain some traction. Like you can see, they gained some traction today. And Pi cycle top indicator, whether this is going to be a right or not, just one of the ones I'm looking at. The 111-day moving average is moving north. It's 97,665, and I guess this was July 8th, Tuesday. So I guess this is pretty up to date. And that was 97,000 basically back in March, and then it started dipping down to 91,000. So, yep, if in theory, once that orange line touches the green one, that could be a top. Now it might not. Now who knows? Is the Fed going to lower rates more? Obviously, we know Trump is pushing for that, but we don't know. But we do have the FOMC meeting July 29th, 30th. So if there is any rates lowered, that could lead to another leg up. What do you think about Q4 for top alts? I think that I could see Q4 having a nice run up for altcoins, or maybe that's where the top is. Sometimes with the alts is like Cardano peaked last time before Bitcoin, and then there's some altcoins that peaked a little bit after Bitcoin. Some peaked pretty close in that November of 2021. It's really hard to tell, but right now I've seen people say that there could be an early cycle where it tops out in August or something. And then some people are, think that a normal cycle would be around October, November, potentially December. Q4 is typically when that happens. And then some people think it's going to spill into next year. Not going to.
Well, what do you guys think? Traditionally, the altcoin season starts towards the end of the summer, like August, September, and it runs through November, December, maybe a Christmas rally. I'm not sure, but I don't think it's going to top out in August because I think August 1st, what are those? The tariffs kick back in. So it's going to be kind of strange when the tariffs start back and how that affects the market. So I do think it's going to run through the end of the year or at least in the fall. Let me know in the comments, when do you think the altcoin season will start? Type fall for fall, uh, winter for winter, and I guess a fire emoji for summer. Let me know what you guys think.
Be a super cycle, but maybe it's just a shorter bear market. Is what so I don't know. It'll take time to confirm those, but I mean, I could see an October top, the Q4. Right now, it feels like everything. Bitcoin's been over 100,000 for the couple months, pretty much, except for maybe 1 or 2 days, and basically been going sideways and building up a lot of strength. And if it gets the next leg up, it feels like we're getting close to altcoin season. Whether we're there yet, it's still a little too early to tell. But meanwhile, you got these big dogs. Like, I don't know who wallet number 3 is, but they got 390 million. It looks like when you go to the transactions, this one with 190 million KAS was from KuCoin wallet. So I don't know if it's KuCoin now. Let's look at the $200 million, 200. So both came from KuCoin. So I'm not sure. They had 400 million Kaspa. Now it's up there. So whether it's KuCoin or not, I'm not sure. But all those 390 million came from KuCoin. Wallet number 2, obviously 800. So you have two big wallets. They're getting close to, fairly close, relatively speaking, to Aquaman status. And so yeah, they're loading up. Whether it's market maker exchanges, we don't know. I'd have to dig more into wallet number 3, but that chunk there, that $31 million came from Kaspa. And, $31 million for some people in crypto is not a lot of money for the bigger players. Doesn't BT dominance need to go to 70 before it drops? That's what it did last time, but I don't think that's what it needs to do. When you look here, obviously there was almost no altcoins back in like 14, 15, 16. What's interesting, you can see then it fell from 90% all the way down to 37%. It bottomed out though, but when you look at 2017 here, it bottomed out basically at the top of the market. It was there at, basically December of 2017 was the top of that market. So market dominance bottomed out at the top of the market. And then last time its market dominance topped out basically at the end of the bear market. And then the market dominance low, basically its market dominance here. So if you look at the 2018 cycle, its market dominance bottomed out at the peak of the market, and then this last time it peaked, or I mean, the lowest part was at the bottom of the bear market when it hit 40% there at October of 2022. So I know that some people think that it needs to hit 70%. I don't, it did that once. I guess it hit up 70% twice, but I don't know if that's really something that it has to do. Yeah, I think that I mean, mm, it's possible that it does hit 70%, and I could still see it going up higher because Bitcoin's gonna, feels like it's getting close to going on another leg up. What are the chances that wallet number 2 is Michael Saylor? I don't think it's very.
What up, Peter? Possibly, right? I wouldn't say for financial advice, but you might want to pick some up on the
What
side.
Winklevoss twins? I'd be more apt to think it's the Winklevoss twins or Gemini. Say Gemini, not the Winklevoss twins. I don't think. I don't know. Sailors. I mean, they're already up like $20 billion. I don't think. Uh, they got all their preferred stock options and all that different stuff. Doesn't feel like Sailor really needs it. Maybe he's buying some. I don't think personally. I don't think Sailor's got a big giant wallet. If he did, it feels like they'd have it broken up. I think they have their Bitcoin broken up into a lot of different wallets. Something about the Winklevoss twins would make a little bit more sense. I'm not saying it's them, but that could potentially be something because it could be more of a Gemini. I think old good days with massive altcoin gain is gone. That's one possibility. Some people think since there's so many Bitcoin treasury companies and the Bitcoin ETFs that more liquidity stays in there. Time will tell, but we're going to get an altcoin season and it's going to come hot and heavy and it's not going to be around forever. And what's going to happen is when altcoin season comes, whether it's an amazing altcoin season, whether it's not as good one, people are just going to keep calling for higher and higher prices. And then all of a sudden this is, we're going to reach the top and then the bottom will fall out. And so it's hard to predict because does Bitcoin have to go to 70% like it did last time? There's not enough data. It's not like there's multiple cycles. This is really, the first cycle when altcoin seasons came on, it was just kind of an outlier because it went from basically almost no altcoins to a bunch. And then last time it hit 70%. So we'll see. I don't think it's confirmed yet that we're there though for the altcoin season. If you draw a trend line on the current BTC DOM chart up to where it would meet 70%, that would take us to June of 2026. Wallet 2 better be Binance or Coinbase. Yeah, I've seen that. I know Crypto Pumps is talking about how it could be DFW Labs, and there was a article about that, how they're a market maker that works with Coinbase and Binance. So that could be even potentially better because maybe they're working with multiple exchanges. That would be pretty cool. Yeah, hopefully I prefer the top to come before 2026, but we'll see. Um, yeah, we'll just have to wait and see. But that's all I got. Right now, it's nice. It's altcoins are gaining a little traction. It's nice that Bitcoin is getting close to being in price discovery. I mean, it looks like it might have hit there for a second, but it wasn't there for very long. So once Bitcoin's back in the price discovery, you can see fear and greed still at 52. Retail's not piled in.
So shout out to Bitcoin Hoodie. I guess we can go ahead and look at the Trading Sniper real quick and we'll shut it down. What up, Bugatti? What's going on, player? Yeah, this is just a Kaspa video. Join today at 3:30 for the Zipic update. Let's finish this Kaspa video and shut it down.
Listen, today we're going to be talking about the one and only Kaspa. We're going to be talking about where is the price going to head to, where is the price now, what is happening, and also we are going to be going over some news surrounding Kaspa. All right, so let's just jump right into it. We can see 43 minutes ago from Kaspa Unchained. All right, average retail business net profit margin 2 to 5%, average credit card fee 2.25%. Accept Kaspa and double your earnings. We can see, right? Kaspa accepted here a bar in Barcelona, Spain. I'm not even going to try to pronounce that, right? Business details below, all on the proof of work layer 1, right? Accept Kaspa as a payment to your business. And we can see, right? If we watch the video, load it up right here. Boom, we can see this little cafe, right? And what do we notice, ladies and gentlemen, right? Boom, Kaspa accepted here. Look, we see, right? Boom, Kaspa's right there on the front. They are so open about it. It's not just a little sign. It's not this, it's not that. It's like literally, it's like, no, give me your Kaspa because I know the power in the future of Kaspa, right? I bet you these guys are licking their lips every single time someone buys something with Kaspa currency. Okay. I just know they are licking their lips. And to be honest, I would be too, right? I would be too, right? We can see, boom, accepted, boom, in.
So at this point, I low key want to open up a business just so I can accept Caspa. To heck with the losses. You're gonna get a mess load of Caspa. It's almost like Odell Beckham or Michael Saylor stocking up on it before the price skyrockets. So you're gonna make money twice. Let me know what you guys think about that.
Practically instant. So yeah, ladies and gentlemen, let me know what you guys think, right? If you had a business, would you accept Caspa? Would you pay in Caspa? Now, personally,
Heck yeah, I'd be accepting Caspa. Heck to the yes.
The
Let me
live.
know what
Thank you
you
for
guys
jumping on
think.
in. Appreciate each and every one of you for being here. You are awesome. We're going to get it right like we did last night. Shout out to everybody here. 110,750.
Well, I guess this guy finally ended the live stream. Or maybe his computer died. That's weird. 20 hours? Did he end the live stream? Wow, 20 hours. Maybe there's a cap on, yeah, maybe there's a cap on live streaming on, that's weird. What happened to the live stream? Maybe there's a cap on live streaming. Let me get back. Let's finish this video and call it a day.
I wouldn't pay in Caspa yet. I really, really wouldn't. That's because I know Caspa is going to do very well this cycle. Now, would I accept Caspa as a payment offer for my business? Yes. Yes, I would. But I personally wouldn't pay because, ladies and gentlemen, right, I know the value of this coin. So we can see, right, our daydream for Bitcoin long term vision, several orders of magnitude increase, transaction volume, transaction confirmed highly quickly, highly secure, right? This was what in 2015 kind of sounds like Caspa. Another stat before we jump into the technical analysis, ladies and gentlemen, is that in just 2 months post Crescendo, Caspa has produced over 53.6 million blocks, more than Bitcoin has created in its entire 16-year existence. At Bitcoin's current rate of one block every 10 minutes, it would take over 1,000 years to match that number. That's not just speed, that's the power of true scalability, right? Guys, we talked about this. We know Caspa is what Bitcoin was intended to be, right? Does this mean automatically that Caspa is going to be overtaking Bitcoin over the next few years? No. But does this mean this is a, you know, trajectory towards becoming a top 10, top 5 coin over the next few years? Yes, absolutely. Right? We know right now they're at 10 BPS, 10 blocks per second. We know they're going to get to 100, then eventually to 250. And we know right now crypto is kind of in the beginning of its adoption, right? Some may argue a little bit before, it doesn't really matter too much, right? But we know technology is going to be getting valued more and more over the next few years. And something like Casper, the fact that it scales, the fact that the team is very good and efficient of what they do, makes me sleep well at night, right? Even if the price drops a little bit, I am not too worried, right? I am not too worried. Anyways, let's look at the actual technical analysis and let's see what's been happening over the next little bit. So we can see, ladies and gentlemen, something on the monthly, right? It doesn't look too pretty, right? The month of May was a big sell-off candle, but there's different types of context. And I truly do believe that this was a sell-off just for us to eventually, when we go back up here, to, burst up the next time around. We can see that when we look at the bottom of Caspa, we have this nice low over here. And then when we were looking to create some type of other low, we formed a higher low, right? What's relevant, if you're a little bit confused, is the black candle, the bottom of the black candle. We could clearly see that in March, the bottom of the black candle ended around 6.5 cents. The bottom of the black candle in June ended around 7.5 cents, confirming a higher low, confirming a higher low. When we go and look at something like the weekly, right? we can see that we did have a nice pump on the 23rd of June, right? In that week. The next week, we did pull back, but we pulled back into this weekly order block. And we can see, ladies and gentlemen, that all we did was create some nice big support down here. And we tapped into this very nice order block over here, right? This nice weekly order block. For me, what I see in a lot of coins, generally speaking, is and are reversals, right? Even when we go on something like the daily, we can see that, we had to make a choice. We talked about how Bitcoin had to make a choice. A lot of coins had to make a choice. And we can see that we do have this very big consolidation that's been happening, let's just say, ever since the 24th of June until now, the 8th of July. So a while, right? A while we have been just consolidating. And we can see we've broken up. Now, all we need to do is just wait for the daily close. I truly do believe if we close anywhere like this, or even technically a little bit lower, we are still going to be fine. Okay. And once we do that, we should be looking to be breaking out of this zone, right? We do have a little bit, actually, in fact, a lot of resistance here. We can see this is actually a very key big point, right? We have this, 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 and this, right? So we're looking to power through it. But once we do, ladies and gentlemen, there shouldn't really be too much slowing down, honestly, until 9 cents, right? Now that doesn't sound crazy, going from 8 to 9 cents. I understand, but that is just the next destination. Because once we break above this resistance, we'll flip it to support. And once we flip it to support, the next resistance is a little bit higher than 9 cents. Ultimately, what I see generally in these markets, you know, the last few months we're kind of just selling off, right? There was a time we were going sideways, but then we sold off aggressively, right? Aggressive sell off, then aggressive pump. Then we're going from an aggressive pump to sideways movement. And now I believe that we will go from this range that we are over here, ranging from generally, let's say 7.3 cents to 8 cents, that we will be looking to push up to 9 cents, 9.2 cents over the next little while, right? I do believe that. The thing is, right, although this is taking long, what you do want to see in the markets are fundamental pushes, right? Are fundamental retests. The more we see fundamental retests around this zone, just confirm that we are going to be just going up higher and higher. And the market isn't just looking for a quick rally just to dump again, right? The quicker something goes up, the harder it falls. And that is just the reality. So yeah, ladies and gentlemen, once we hit that 9 cents, the next zone, of course, is reclaiming once again the 11 cents so that we can be at the 50% level. And of course, after that, ladies and gentlemen, we are looking to be reclaiming, practically 18 to 19 cents. But we do still have a few weeks away. I still believe Kaspa this cycle should be hitting around $8.50 at the bare minimum. And I've personally been dollar cost averaging the last few weeks. Ladies and gentlemen, if you want advanced technical analysis, learn how to trade, get callouts for other coins, then highly recommend joining the Discord community, as well as you do get a portfolio review. Ultimately, that is it, ladies and gentlemen.
I'm not 100% sure about $1.50. If it does, it's cool. If not, it's cool too. Let me know in the comments. But gotta go. Thanks for joining. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And as always, let's get back to the money, guys, and stay dangerous. Tune in at 3:30 for the Zbeck live show. And this is the Kaspa. Thanks for joining the BTM Crypto News Network. And peace out. We'll see you this afternoon. Thanks for joining.